So my dad and me aren't speaking. And the reason why we're not speaking is because I finally stood my ground. These last couple of months have been intense.
Things are intense.
And a few months ago, my dad reached out to me and he was telling me some things that was going on with him. Mind you, I've always helped my dad a lot. I have spent so much money helping my father, not just my father, but my family, helping them a lot. And I didn't do it because I wanted something in return. I did it because I grew up with the mindset that you're supposed to help your family. But then I started to realize that they weren't supporting me in the same way. There were instances when, for example, I graduated from basic training and no one came. I wanted to visit and no one would want to pick me up from the airport. They expected me to foot the entire bill for everything. And it just got to the point where that would continue. That would be a continuous cycle. If I do what they say, then everything's Gucci. Everything is great. But the moment that I start veering off and doing my own thing and creating my boundaries, it's like, no. And what I realized is like, this is a form of manipulation, because recently my dad was like, okay, I got some things going on and I need help. And I kept saying, I can't help you. And then he would come back a few days later and be like, well, I gathered up this amount and I need you to help me with that. And I would say, well, I'm glad, you did that, but I still can't help you. And then it got to a point where he basically was like, oh, I see you're not going to help me. And he basically told me to have a nice life. And I know that that was a form of manipulation. He wanted to isolate me. He wanted to make me feel like in order to get your love, I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to make it right. I just left it where it is. I didn't respond because I knew what he was trying to do. And I'm so secure in myself that I just was like, you know what? I have no problem going no contact with you. So that's what I've been doing since April. The tea is, you have been trying to pull puppet strings for me for a long time. I will not be guilt tripped into anything anymore. I'm fine with being no contact. I love myself. I have respect for myself, and I'm not going to allow myself to be abused in this way. And